Hi, everybody. It's Captain Canadad, and I am here today with none other than Laura. Laura, introduce yourself. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone. My name's Laura Laverty.
And let me try that again in English. Who are you with, Laura? Locke Laser Studio, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. I'm actually the owner-operator.
Owner-operator of Locke Laser Studio. Now, for those of you that aren't in the know, the service that Laura provides, Laura is a tattoo removal specialist. Is that a correct way to say it?
Yeah, we call ourselves technicians. I'm actually a registered nurse.
A registered nurse.
I am, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've taken on this new business because I thought it would be interesting. I'm an art enthusiast.
Okay.
So I do like tattoos.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I don't, but I do. I don't have it, but I do like them.
The removal thing might be an indicator that you're not a big fan of them, but if you like them, then that's all good too.
Yep, I do.
Okay. So one thing that I really was brought to my attention, and I want to bring it out there to everybody, because we just gone through COVID. It's a terrible time. The world is in an uproar because of it. The whole planet is shaken by this thing and affected by it. Yeah. A lot of people don't have the funds, let's say, that they used to. Mm-hmm. I know that a lot of places that I used to frequent have closed their doors to business altogether since COVID, and it's tragic because these were good people. Mm-hmm. They were just people like yourself. They just start their own business and they just want to live. Mm-hmm. But COVID took that option away from them, and it's tragic. It really is. It's sad. So with that in mind, what Laura offers at her clinic is, and I want to phrase this right, it's affordable flat rate pricing that you offer.
That's correct? Right. Yeah, so, it's unusual.
It's very interesting format, because I've never heard of, I've heard of obviously affordable flat rate pricing before, but I've never really heard of it when it comes to tattoo removal. Now, I should say this before we go any further. I do not have any tattoos. Mm-hmm. I was, when I was younger, leaning towards getting one. Mm-hmm. Since then, I'm not a fan of them at all anymore. I still think I might get one just to bug my daughter because she's 15. No, seriously, I want to get a thermos on the back of my shoulder, so that when people say, "What's that?" I can say it's my thermostat. Okay.
I'm with your daughter.
Yeah, yeah. She wishes I wasn't right now, to be honest.
Although you can do it and then come visit me.
and you can remove it. Yeah, because why not? Well, let's talk about that for a second. So what is laser removal and how does it work? And while you're answering, I'm going to have a drink.
Okay, do that. Yeah. So we use something called a MedLight C6 laser. So what happens?
MedLight, sorry?
MedLight C6.
MedLight, okay.
Yeah, laser. So that's our machine that is the laser. Okay. And then we also have something called a Zimmer, which cools the skin while we're lasering.
Oh.
Right? Just to help reduce discomfort, because there's pain involved.
There is pain.
There is, yeah.
Okay, I'm out. Nice talking with you.
Yeah. Clients tell me it feels like, when you're cooking bacon and it spits on you.
Okay.
That's what it feels like. And other clients say it's kind of like an elastic snapping on you.
Okay.
So
now
that's what it feels like.
Now this is done in pulses, right? It's like tick, 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 tick.
It is, yes. Yeah.
So it kind of makes that clicking sound as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens is someone who comes in with a tattoo, the ink molecules are too big for their lymph system to flush, like to carry away with white blood cells.
Okay.
So what we do is we take the laser, we break down the ink so the molecules are small enough that the lymph system can go in with the white blood cells and carry the ink away.
That's how it breaks it down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a burning it out or anything like that.
No, the body actually flushes it out. And so
Get out of here.
So the clients are to come back every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because your body can only do so much at a time. So we don't do any tattoos larger than 6 inches by 6 inches at once.
So you would work on a square and then come back
Yeah.
and do more, and then okay, because that's the other thing I was going to ask you, because one of the questions that I believe you would get a lot is, how many sessions does it take to remove a tattoo? Now, obviously, it would obviously depend on the size of the tattoo, because you're not going to do a complete back in one session.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many factors. So when I say 6 inches by 6 inches, I mean a complete 6 inches. So for instance, if a tattoo is on a back and it's just line work, if I condensed that line work into a block and it was 6 inches by 6 inches, I actually could do a whole back.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it's a solid 6 inches by 6 inches.
Right, right.
So, and the factors involved around how long it would take are how healthy the individual is, if they have good circulation. If the tattoo is on the torso, for instance, the circulation in the torso is much better than the circulation on your extremities.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So if the tattoo is old, it takes less time. If it was done sort of stick and poke, so homemade, it's easier to remove.
They also call that a prison tat, don't they?
They do, actually.
Not that I'm aware of where that terminology.
No experience, just heard.
Yeah. Seen it on TV. That's it.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of factors. Black usually comes off easier than other colors.
So like if I was to, I grew up in England, and one of the things that a lot of my friends over there did was they would take a pen, like a ball pen, take the end off of it, push the ink onto their skin or whatever, and then they get a thumbtack and they go point like this and give themselves a tattoo. And I always thought, well, you're idiots because that's not something I want to do. But I always wondered about, how would they just how do you get rid of that? I mean, now I'm 53, right? So I'm not exactly young anymore. So I imagine if I had been an idiot back then and done it on my hand or wherever they did it, would it still be there now? But
yes, it would, actually.
It would, eh? So, but that probably would be an easy one to remove, right?
It is. And we have a couple of those that I'm removing right now.
Oh, really? Now that's interesting. How many people do you see in a day?
Well, we're not seeing as many as we'd like to. We could see up to, I don't think we could go any more than 15 a day.
That's a fair number.
It is. But right now we don't have the clients, right? We started in July and COVID just knocked us off our feet. Yeah. And so I'm trying to build up clients, and I know that our pricing is very good. Yeah. There aren't a lot of flat rate tattoo removal businesses out there. And I think it's very appealing because you don't have to come into a consultation. It's not sort of this thing like when you go to the gym and they want to sell you more and more and more and more, right? And then they want to make sure that they give you the tour. Yeah. We're just in it to do a business we enjoy. Yeah. And I would love to have lots of clients rather than a few. So
you do offer a service. I mean, I was trying to think prior to talking to you about who would use your services, and we just touched on one group that might want to, because prison tattoos do have a stigmatism to them.
And honestly, I do a free. I don't know if you know this.
I did, and I was going to get to that.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll go there in a minute, but we will go there.
Okay.
So these people that have these tattoos that they want to get removed, we'll step right into it. Okay, let's go with this.
Okay. These
people that come out, or they're down on their luck, but they want to get into society and they want to take the path on with their life, and how to phrase this without offending anybody. I don't want to say it in a mean way, but improve their life, get on what the job, family, home, all that kind of stuff. It happens. People mature, right?
Yep.
Anyway, so let's just for argument's sake say I've come out of prison and I've got a don't want to say a teardrop because that has some significance. Let's say I got a happy face on my cheek here.
Okay.
You could remove that.
I could, yes. So the idea is I'm working with St. Leonard's Society. They work with people who have been incarcerated in the past.
Yeah.
And so if they have clients who whose tattoos are visible and are causing them to have difficulty around securing employment, then I'm happy to remove them for free.
That's good. Wait a minute. That was an F word that we don't normally. Well, I shouldn't lie about that. We do hear quite often on Captain Canada a lot of F words, but not the free one. What's that all about? So you actually
I do a few things. So we do people who are incarcerated,
yes.
And we do sex trade tattoos, right? So human trafficking. Sometimes there are people who have tattoos from that. We'll do those for free.
What kind of tattoos would that be? If you don't mind me asking, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, no, well, it's kind of who owns you, right?
Oh, it is. So it's like a stamp or a number or something, or is it a symbol?
Yes.
Normally.
It can be anything.
Wow.
Anything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we also do hate crime tattoos, right? So if someone has put something on their body at a young age because they
naive.
Yeah, and they, you know, at the time were ignorant around you know, prejudices, and they have since matured.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm happy to remove any hate crimes for free.
Really? Wow. It's almost worth getting myself a tattoo so I can come in and get it for free from you. Wow. Okay. So how long, let's say I got my thermos. How long would it take to have that removed? If I want to get one like this.
Yes.
So it's about that big and it's got the lid on it, the cup, you know, and the cup inside. Because you remember they had the 2 cups, right? And the big thermoses.
So we could do that in one session.
One session.
It doesn't get removed. What I mean is you could have the whole thing worked on at once because of its size.
Okay.
So we could do it would be anywhere from 7 to 10 sessions, depending on all those factors I mentioned before.
Wow. That now, and I don't want to sound negative when I'm saying wow, but that is a lot of work.
It is. But honestly, we're half the price of other places.
And that's a good thing, right? Especially like I was saying, with nowadays finances aren't necessarily there, but some people.
And if there are people who have tattoos that are much smaller, and many do have tiny ones, then we charge $100.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still doing the work, right? You're still doing the work. And it does hurt, you say.
It does. It is uncomfortable, but our Zimmer is very effective.
The Zimmer, now it's the cooling device, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you also mentioned something about health. Who can have this done and who can't? I'm diabetic.
Yeah. There are, in general, it's, you know, women who are breastfeeding or pregnant can't have it done.
Why is that, if you don't mind me asking? Just curiosity. Sorry? Why is it that they should be avoiding it?
Well, it's the lymph system is about the circulatory system, right?
Right.
You don't want the molecules going anywhere near the baby.
Okay.
Right? Like once it breaks down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's fair. So, I mean, it's a genuine question, right?
Yeah. So circulation goes from mom to baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then there are other people who can't have it done, people who have some medical conditions, but honestly, if they wanted it done, I would have them talk to their doctor, because with a doctor's note, because I'm a nurse, with a doctor's note, I would be willing to work with their doctor.
Okay. Well, that's fair. That's good. That's good. It gives options at least to people that want to, you know, give this a shot. Now you're down on, let me see here. You're at 287 Locke Street South.
That's right.
Now, which side of Locke is that on? Is that's
on
not
the east
party side? That's the other side, right?
Sorry?
Not the party side. It's the other side, right?
No, it's the party side.
It is the party side. Okay. Okay. So just don't go on a Friday or Saturday night to get your tattoos removed, right?
Well, you can, and then go for a drink after.
Or before.
Or before.
Well, yeah, Locke Street is an interesting area. I haven't ever been there for the social side of it. Closest thing I've ever had to that is I went to Free Market in here, if I can remember their name. Smokey's Poutineery, is it?
Oh, I think that's more in Hess.
Hess, that's right. What am I
Yeah.
singing? Locke Street.
Yeah.
Locke Street is where they have the festival every year,
That's right.
except for last year and probably this year too, right?
Yeah, yeah, they do. We are doing things on a Saturday where like they close down the street and everyone comes, and it's fun actually.
You know
So
what?
the street's closed.
I'll tell you a secret.
Mhm.
A few years ago, I was asked to be Batman
Oh,
for the Locke Street Festival. So I was walking up and down Locke Street in a Batman costume, looking like a complete idiot because I don't have the legs for Batman. Let me put it that way. And I certainly don't have the arms for him either. And the mask, it was a sweltering hot day.
oh
I was
no.
claustrophobic in the mask, and yeah, it was fun. But it was fun. Yeah. Locke Street is a nice street. It's got a lot of older looking
Yeah.
buildings in there, and you're in one of those, eh?
Yes, it's been renovated somewhat, so it doesn't look that old.
Okay.
But we're at Locke and Stanley. Mhm.
Okay, I'm relatively new to Hamilton, and I'm up on the
Right.
mountains, so I don't know
Right.
downtown that much. But
Right.
I know Locke, despite getting it mixed up with Hess, I know Locke Street like an idiot. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to ask. What about scars? So let's say I've got this thermos-shaped tattoo on my shoulder. Am I therefore going to have a thermos-shaped tattoo for the rest of my life?
You know what? Some people, it's rare.
Okay.
But there are some people who scar easily.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would ask that question,
Yeah.
and they generally know if they are that person.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my wife has what they call a keloid, is it?
Yes.
She does that
Yeah.
quite frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have to be careful with those people. It can still be done, but we certainly use a lower, there's a variety of different measurements.
okay.
And we would turn it down a bit and do it a little
Okay.
more gradually.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So you said that it can take a lot of sessions to do this. Now, for those of those of us in the community that probably wouldn't get it for free,
Mhm.
it's $175 for one session, but then you offer discounts on the subsequential.
That's right. If they
Right,
buy
isn't that right?
package deals, then they can get up to $200 in
Discounts.
So
depending on how many sessions you get depends on how many. And can you basically tell, like, let's say again, I'm walking in with my thermos. Can you tell just by looking at it how many sessions it's going to take, or is it an estimate?
we can take an educated guess around all those factors I was talking about. Like if it's a cover up, it's going to take longer because it's double the ink, right?
Yeah.
If it's, but if it's 20 years old and it's a stick and poke, it could be done quite quickly.
But you would know basically by looking at it, right? When the person walks, like I show you this, my thermos.
It's still an educated guess though, because
you
don't know how heavy-handed the tattoo artist was. So much, you don't know how saturated the ink is, right? So it's still an educated guess.
Okay. So I'm seeing on the internet, I've seen artists. I have a friend back in England named Simon Annis. I don't know if he's going to see this or not, but Simon, if you're watching, you got to mention, buddy. Freebie. Anyway, Simon keeps posting tattoos on his page, and I look at these things and I'm thinking about them, and I'm thinking there's no way that's going to be removable, because it looks, they're getting so intense, the artists and the drawings that they do, they look like it's painted almost instead of stuck into somebody.
With patience, anything's removable.
I guess. Yeah. I keep telling my daughter that if she don't like her hair, she can cut it off.
Yep.
Okay. So your availability at the moment is open, but that's filling up, right? Which is good.
Yes.
Okay.
It is good.
It is. So they can, if the people that are watching this want to book an appointment, they can call you at 905. Sorry. Great start. 289-683-GONE. Now, for those of you that, like myself, don't like to spell on the phone buttons, that is 4663. That's again 289-683-GONE. And you're not doing this by yourself. You have a partner there, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
My husband.
Your husband.
Yes, he's a retired firefighter, so we both come from some medical background.
Yeah, because he would have had the paramedic training behind
He's a
him on
first
that, right?
responder. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
he does it with me.
Nice. Very good. Now, does he knock them out and you take the tattoos off, or is no,
Yeah.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Well, that's cool. It's good that you can work together like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
know
really
that.
enjoy it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, if you could probably even have run at one point have run it out of your own living room then, I guess, right?
We actually tried to do that at one point and
Yeah.
decided not to. We wanted
No.
a storefront. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. Okay, so as a part of this show, I like to talk about what you're doing and go through that kind of stuff, which we're doing right now. Do you have anything that you'd like to throw in here for more information about your business?
No, I don't think so. If they would like to call us at that number or text, that's fine.
Oh, you can text at that number too.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. And we're also on Instagram. So it's Locke_laser_studio.
Okay, and I will leave a link to that.
Thank you.
On the end of the video. There'll be they can write it down or whatever from there. Or I haven't figured out this whole leaving links and stuff and getting the thumbs on my screen for if you like the video. I look like I've got jaundice in this light, don't I? That's terrible. Eey, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. As a nurse, do I look like I've got jaundice?
No, you look fine.
Okay, so I like to ask people when they come on the show just 17 random questions, just have a bit of fun with people. And they don't know necessarily what they are before I ask them, but here we go. Now, I got to tell you, it was defined in another show as it's 17 because 10 is too few and 20 is just crazy. That's too long.
Okay. All right.
All
17's a lot.
Well, it is, but we fly through them and it's a good chat. So, all right. So the first one, tea or coffee?
Tea.
Tea. You're a tea drinker, are you?
I drink a lot of tea. I like coffee.
Yeah.
But I drink a lot of tea.
Now, are you into all these herbal teas, or is it just like regular red rose tea? Or
I do like the herbal as well. I like it all.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Now, how do you have it? Milk and sugar, or
just milk?
Just milk. Very good. Okay.
Very strong.
I used to say.
Oh, sorry. There's one of my dogs.
And somebody's in the background shushing. Who's shushing?
My daughter.
That's awesome. Shush, shush, shush. They don't listen. Stop trying to shush them. In England, I used to, it's funny because I came back to Canada and I would have tea with milk and 2 sugars. Okay. But then I dropped it down to 1 sugar because it was just, I was trying to, I don't know why, I just felt like I needed to. Then I got married and my first wife, she increased my sugar to 2 teaspoons without me even knowing it again. And I never really got an answer why, but she just did. So yeah, so I at the end of it, I was saying I like my sugar with milk and 10 spoons of sugar, but don't stir it because I don't like it sweet. So there you go. Cats or dogs? Dogs, I'm guessing by the sound of it.
I like everything, but I have an allergy. So we have currently 2 hypoallergenic dogs. One just arrived from Guatemala. Nice. My daughter lives in Guatemala, so she brought a dog back, and now she's gone back to Guatemala, but the dog is still here.
I'm going to do the math here for a second.
Yeah.
Somebody sounds like they got scammed there.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Okay. So, Laura, tell me, if you don't mind sharing, your most embarrassing moment. It can be work-related or that you want to share. Now, keep in mind, your family and friends will watch this.
Embarrassing moment.
If you have one. I mean, not everybody has a moment.
Yeah, I can't say I do.
I got enough to make up for both of us. If you
I can't say I do. Most embarrassing. Sorry, I gotta pass on that one.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you one of mine. How's that?
All right, sounds good.
So when I was younger, I moved back to Canada and I decided I want to go back to high school to get my education, up to where it needed to be so that I could go to police college and become a police officer. Well, at the time I was in high school, I was dating this girl. And my life evolves around these stories anyway, revolve a lot around dating girls and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do anything by myself. But anyway, and we went to the Science Center downtown in Toronto,
Yes.
Been there forever. And they had an exhibit on at the time for the Olympics, funny enough, which is what's going on now, right? It was the Summer Olympics. And there was a sprinter back then named Florence Joyner. They called her Flojo, I think it was. She was a US sprinter anyway. And they had these blocks set up, the sprinters blocks, so you could get in them and push yourself off and see if you could beat Flojo to the end of the line at the same speed that she would go at, you know. Well, I get down in the blocks because I used to sprint when I lived in England. And I got down in the blocks and set off when the gun went and proceeded to skid along the rubber pad with my face the entire length of the floor.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And everybody was watching and I felt like a complete dork, but there you go. And I still remember that to this day. So that's one of my most embarrassing times. All right. So when it comes to video games in your family, do you have Xbox or do you have PlayStation?
I'm sorry to say we don't have either.
Don't be sorry. No. They're a mind rot. But they're awesome.
Yeah, are they?
So, do you have any broken bones in your life?
I did have a broken leg once.
Oh my goodness. Whereabouts? Which bone?
It was the femur and I fell off a bike.
Ow. I was recently watching, I don't know if you watch sports at all, but UFC fight was on and Conor McGregor, you know the name if you don't know the fighter.
Yes, I do know the name.
Yeah, everybody knows the name. But Conor McGregor busted his ankle or his shin or something snapped on his leg. No,
Hurts.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'll have a tattoo removed if you don't mind. So if you could meet any celebrity, living or dead, doesn't have to be alive or dead. I mean, you know, it has to be one or the other, I guess. But it doesn't even have to be a celebrity. Who would you meet? One person.
It would have been Bill Gates. Until recently.
Oh, yeah.
Now I think it might be Melinda Gates.
Yeah, I've got a call into her. She's not accepting my calls.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on there, but Melinda.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair. Favorite holiday destination? And by that, I mean vacation. I don't mean like the mall at Christmas.
Yeah. I think Croatia has been my favorite.
Croatia?
Yeah.
Any specific reason?
It's just gorgeous. It's just so beautiful. And it's just beautiful.
That's down on the Adriatic, right?
Yeah. So it's across from Italy.
Yeah. But if you're looking at Croatia, it's that way. And Hungary is up here.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
My wife is Hungarian.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. So I always get told that Croatia apparently was Hungary at one point.
Yeah. I think that a lot of the Slavic countries were one.
Yeah, they got divided up in the Second World War. Or was it the first? Maybe it was the first, actually. Maybe it was both. They chose poorly their side to
yeah. Well,
let's say. Okay, do you have a favorite movie?
I don't actually.
You don't?
No.
Any that you've seen recently that you particularly liked, or I shouldn't ask for you to shame one, but
I'm terrible. I don't remember them.
No. Are you more of a comedy?
I like Quentin Tarantino, so I kind of like his. Yeah, I like the Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Snatch?
Oh yeah, I like Snatch.
Snatch is a great film, and they had another one out, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was really good.
Yeah, they're great films. Those are the ones. You know, there's
are those Guy Ritchie?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think they're Guy Ritchie.
His films all sort of fall.
They're very good. Yeah,
you know, a line, and they're really good. They get you thinking. I enjoy those films. Would you say yes to pineapple on your pizza or hell no?
I would say yes now. Years ago, I would have said hell no, but my kids like it, and so now I like it.
You've tried it.
I wouldn't choose it, but I like it.
Okay. So you don't there's no such thing in your house as a pineapple lover's pizza, but if it shows up on it, you're okay with it.
Yes.
All right. That's fair. Now, here's something I don't normally ask women, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Real or fake?
What?
Christmas tree. Christmas tree.
Real.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a fine line on that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
One way or the other. We kind of alternate, but the last few years we've gone with fake, and it's a tree, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fake isn't a tree, it's tinsel, but it's just there for the season, right? It's the idea of it, the concept that works, right? If you could have one do-over in life, one thing that you look back, be it deciding to try and beat Flo Jo in a race at the Science Center, putting pizza with pepperoni in the fridge and eating it in the morning, whatever it is, what would it be? What would your do-over in life be?
I probably wouldn't have opened a business during COVID.
Yeah, I can relate. I can't relate because I don't have a business with it, but I can understand where you're coming from. But you know what? You're offering a service. You're offering a service which, if you think about it, and I'm sure you've thought about your things, but with COVID slowly subsiding now, people are going to want to get back into real life, right? Yes. Real life involves, for a lot of people, for most people, I would think, working. If you've been in a situation where you've been off for 2 years, you lost your job, maybe in that 2 years you got a tattoo, which now you've got to go out and find a new job for. May not have been the best idea to get, Habs suck on your forehead or something. But once I rub this makeup off, you can see
it's going to be there.
Yeah. But once you've got it done, you're thinking now, oh crap, I've got to get a job. How am I going to interview with this thing across my face? Something like that, right? Or even on your hand or something. People are going to start wanting your service now because they're going to, I don't know. I would think they're going to be more self-conscious about that kind of thing. But on the other hand, I'm 53.
It's not even just about regrets though either. Like a lot of people, it's just rethinking what, they have a different taste of art. Like people who come don't necessarily not want any tattoos. They just don't want that one.
Yeah. Okay. And that's fair. Yeah, so you can, speaking of that, then you can let me see here. I want to show something. Okay. So let's say this is my arm. And this part here is a tattoo, and this is a tattoo too, but I want that part gone. You can eliminate just that part?
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So if my tattoo says, my first wife's name was Sandra. Yeah. My first wife says Sandra, but now I'm married to Heidi. You can eliminate the Sandra only in that part?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And we do a lot of names.
Let me know if you have somebody doing Sandra, because I might know them.
Okay.
Okay. So what would be, if you had to have, if you even have one, what's your favorite binge show to watch?
Oh, I do love binging.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have a favorite binge show. Lately, I just binged a show called The Stranger. It's an English show. And you know what show I really enjoyed that I binged was The Heist. It's a Spanish show.
Okay.
It was really good.
I don't speak Spanish, but I guess you need to with your dog, right?
It has the
subtitles.
Subtitles.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. I said I don't speak Spanish, but I guess you have to with your new dog.
Oh yeah, yeah, Senor.
Yeah, well, we have a Chihuahua.
Oh, do you?
And I speak Spanish to her, and whenever I pretend that it's her speaking back, I always have a Spanish accent. I don't know why. I don't know if it's good or not either. It just happens. So, all right. Do you play any musical instruments?
I don't.
You don't?
No, I wish I did. I would love to.
Well, yeah. You do your own form of art, and removal of art is still an art form, right? Especially if you're able to do it that intricately. I mean, I would love, what I would actually love to do, and we can talk about this later if you're interested. Yeah. And you could get somebody to be willing to do this. I'd love to come by and show a video of the process.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, we could do that.
before and after.
Yeah.
So we could talk about that later though.
Okay. Sorry, dogs.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Well, who's that barking?
It's both of them.
Oh. No barking, por favor.
One gets the other one going.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite band?
You know, I always loved Elvis Costello.
Really?
Yeah, he was always my favorite. And I still listen to him a lot.
Married to a good Canadian girl.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she's a good Canadian girl. I know she's Canadian.
She's Canadian.
I've never met her, but I'm assuming she's a good Canadian girl because they are. Best concert you ever went to? You've been to a lot of concerts in your life?
Yeah, I think I'm sure that this is going to be a surprise to people, but I think my favorite concert was The Clash.
Really?
Long time ago.
Wow.
But we went and saw Green Day not long ago, and that was really good.
They're awesome. I like those guys.
Yeah.
But it always surprises me when bands have 3 members, you know, the bass player, the guitar player, the drummer in Green Day, but then you see them in concert and there's like 12 guys on the stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where are they?
Paid more than the others.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, my brother used to be in a band, Stephen, lives in Vancouver, as far as I know. We don't speak, but he used to be in a band in the 70s, 80s called Radio Stars. And apparently they were huge in Europe when I was living in England. I mean, I knew of them because he was my brother, right? But in Germany specifically, apparently, you remember the group called, I can see their singles, their record cover now. Oh man, it'll come to me. But this band opened up for my brother's band. They were that big at the time in Germany.
Really?
And but he never got credit on the records as a drummer. It was just the contract that they had. He was a studio drummer, I believe.
See.
Yeah. So but it'll come to me when it does, I'll just blurt out some random band name, okay?
I'll know what you're talking about.
I hope. So yeah, I haven't seen either of those bands. I saw Big Wreck recently. Do you know Big Wreck?
I actually don't know.
No, really nice. Their music is like it's heavier, so it's kind of along the lines of a Green Day, if you will, I guess. Like, I think they've been around longer than Green Day, so Green Day is more like them, I guess. But they're not the punk aspect of Green Day.
Right.
No, but they're an excellent band, really good guitar player. And of course, my favorite band is U2. I saw them and they were phenomenal. You ever seen them live?
I haven't.
Oh, amazing shows. They don't do a lot of like lights and pyrotechnics and that kind of stuff, but just the music that they do is phenomenal. So we've talked about all of that. Oh, the last one. If you could be reincarnated, I'm guessing it's not a tattoo that you'd come back as, but what or who would you want to come back as?
Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox is not dead. Oh no, she's not dead yet. Okay, well, there's no status update on her life, so she's okay right now, and you're good to stay who you are. Why Annie Lennox?
I just think she's a very talented woman.
Very talented. Very talented. Yeah, no doubt about that. Her and was it Dave Stewart for the Eurythmics? The guitar player?
Yes.
They're very talented together.
Yeah.
And here's a bit of a trivia information for you. Dave Stewart, Annie Lennox were with the Eurythmics. They were also Dave Stewart is married to, or was married to, I don't know if he still is or not, but one of the girls from Bananarama. You remember Bananarama?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And the Eurythmics drummer, Clem Burke, my favorite drummer, just because I always enjoyed watching him, was the drummer for Blondie. And he still is to this day, and the Eurythmics if they get back together. So there you go. Some ties that you'll probably forget as soon as we hang up the camera and move on with our lives. But there you go. So we talked a little bit about you doing your charity work, and that is for people that are unable to afford it due to whatever circumstances. I assume there's a process you go through to get the information for that, to decide who is suitable for it and who isn't. What does that involve?
It's just a conversation.
Just a conversation? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So if I come down and show you my wallet, I'd be in for free.
Yeah.
I opened it the other day and there was a $5 bill in there and the Queen went with the light. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's amazing that you do that. Do you have any kind of other stuff like a promotions or events coming up that you might like to promote?
Yeah. So I'm just thinking if anyone says that they saw this YouTube interview, all they have to do is mention Captain Canadad and they can get 50% off the first session.
What? 50% off? Okay, folks, I got to tell you, I didn't ask anything about this. Laura, that's phenomenal of you. That's very generous. And to people watching, if you're in Canada, if you're not in Canada, you want to come across the Atlantic, we're going to be opening the borders soon, so you can maybe come across. But if you're in the area and you want to give it a look, again, I'll give you that phone number. It's 905, or sorry, I keep doing 905. I can't get it. 289 area code 683 gone. That's 4663 683 gone. Do the math on it. What is it again? 4663. See, I keep forgetting. Or drop by 287 Locke Street North or South. Geez, I'm sorry, Laura. Phone numbers. Okay. Phone numbers and geography aren't my subjects this morning. 287 Locke Street South. Give Laura a call. What's your husband's name, Laura?
Sean.
Sean. Yes. Do either one of you answer the phone?
I usually do.
You do? Okay. This is awesome. This has been phenomenal. If you're okay with doing a video and you can find somebody that's willing to let us do it, I think that would be phenomenal because it would show people, you know, how it's what the procedure is. We could do walk through. I think that'd be great. But again, you'd have to find somebody that's willing.
Oh, I know. I have lots of clients that would do it.
That's phenomenal. Then, yeah, we could show people that because prior to this, I did do a little announcement that I would be doing a show with somebody that was going to be very interesting. And I think that what you do is incredible. And I'm dying to see the process. Does it smell like burning skin when you're in there?
No.
Good.
No.
Good.
No.
Good. Because look at this jaundice look I've got going on. That's just the lighting. I think I've got a red light going and a little better, eh?
Yeah.
Later on in the show, then I get it right. Perfect. Laura, do you have anything else you'd like to talk about before you?
No, that's great. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure. If you know people that want to get involved in this, cross promotion is always good. I'm more than willing to talk with them. Folks, if you're watching this and you are interested in getting a tattoo removed for whatever reason, nobody needs to know what the reason is, give Laura a call, set something up with her, tell them Captain Canadad sent you, and they'll give you a discount, which I think is phenomenal. Laura, thank you so much on behalf of my watchers, my viewers. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe down below somewhere here, somewhere, I don't know. If you have, then thank you. Don't forget to like this. Laura, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to leave a link or a write-up, I guess, with your website, your Instagram link and all that kind of stuff. And this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Everybody, thank Laura for us. Leave your comments below and go do something great.